Hey Sam, great to have you here. I would like to, for a start, ask you, I know that you are traveling a lot. How does the blockchain startup environment in Australia differ from the global one? Do you see any differences?
Great. Thank you for having me, T. And I would like to say that the Block Engine ecosystem is built on a great foundation that is Australia. Australia is unique in that the regulatory environment for blockchain startups is second to none. They have, and when I say they, I mean ASIC, the ATO, and the Australian government have been championing this ecosystem since 2014. And with that kind of support, in combination with Blockchain Global's capability of driving value through our venture builder capabilities of investing and also licensing IP in the space, we've got a very lethal advantage over the rest of the world.
That's great. And what do you think are the biggest differences that you notice between blockchain startups and traditional startups?
Okay, so I would like to give an analogy that the traditional startups have only one way of raising capital, and that is through continued dilution of shares as they go out there to build a business model that hopefully will be profitable one day. Blockchain startups, however, have another tool up their sleeve, which is to create a token economy that may involve an ecosystem play between industry partners. And this token economy makes blockchain startups three-dimensional versus the traditional two-dimensional traditional startups.
So the needs are basically staying the same, raising capital. But do you think there are any also different needs in blockchain startups than traditional startups? Maybe it's harder to get developers?
Right. The difficulty of finding blockchain developers is a challenge that our global group is trying to solve. Our ability to build up training centers in China to hire developers and skill them into this ecosystem has allowed us to build a 600 person development team in Suzhou and Dalian, China. These developers are now supplying technology to numerous listed and unlisted corporate clients, as well as blockchain startups.
And what are you mentioned through your company Blockchain Global, what are the other ways that you're helping support a startup ecosystem through Blockchain Global?
So to have great access to technical talent is great, but they obviously need to be paid. So we not only put in investment, but we also find them funding to invest tag along with us from corporates in this world that are related to their technology, because we need to understand that blockchain, when you actually do token economy, is creating an ecosystem, and without real world businesses being a part of that ecosystem, the usage of that utility token will struggle. So it's all about putting together a network effect for the startup and the passionate entrepreneur, so that their delivery has real staying power and longevity.
So Sam, tell me, when you're sitting in a room with a startup and they want to pitch you their idea, what you are listening at the most? What is the thing that convinces you that you're gonna invest in them?
Great. So there are a lot of opportunities in the blockchain space, and an idea is an idea until execution happens. However, it's easier to execute on an idea if you understand the industry and also have significant industry connections. So the startups that we tend to invest in is one that has a founder with strong industry connections, or a founder who is willing to reach out and build strong industry connections through our networks. We find that this kind of collaboration plays into the ecosystem play that most blockchain companies are requiring in order to make their ecosystem successful.
Great, thank you. And one more last question. As you know, like Block Engine, the incubator program is for the final day is going to be a demo day where startups are going to be pitching their projects to the room of investors, industry experts, government, and so on. What you are looking forward to see from these startups on demo day?
The demo day is always exciting because you get to see 10 weeks of hard work and sleepless nights and them coming out with something that is really exciting. We, in the incubation process, try not to restrict their imagination, and so that way the demo day is going to be full of surprises, and I'm looking forward to learning. That's what really is exciting, because these people have come into this industry and leveraged this technology with a very unique perspective.
Okay, great. This sounds great. Thank you very much, Sam, for this, and looking forward to see you at Demo Day.
Great. Thank you so much, T.